Following from recommendations from the Victorian Bushfire Royal Commission, Victoria has adopted the information section as part of all incident management teams. The information section will include the functions of public information, community liaison and media. As was the case in 2009-2010 bushfire season, One Source, One Message will be used to simultaneously provide bushfire information releases to community through the web, emergency broadcasters, the Victorian Bushfire Information Line and local media outlets. It is critical that incident controllers ensure that bushfire information releases are prepared early in the incident. To support incident controllers and information officers, the State Control Centre has rostered One Source, One Message support officers to assist with preparation of bushfire information releases 24 hours a day. One Source, One Message training is included in the information officer training that will commence in late October. An emergency alert is issued by the incident controller when there is a clear threat to life. Following the issue of an emergency alert, an emergency warning must be produced. Information officers will be trained in the use of the second version of emergency alert through the information officer refresher training late in October and November. The State Control Centre information section can provide support to incident management teams in preparing emergency alerts if required. Standard Emergency Warning Signal, or SEWS. Again, SEWS are issued when there is a clear threat to life. In past fire seasons, a SEWS message has been authorised by Victoria Police Divisional Emergency Response Coordinator. Changes to the issuing of SEWS messages for the 2010-2011 fire season mean that incident controllers may now authorise the issuing of SEWS messages. Following the issuing of a SEWS message, the incident controller must inform the Divisional Emergency Response Coordinator as soon as possible. The State Emergency Response Plan, or Part 3 of the Emergency Management Manual Victoria, contains more detail about SEWS messages. Information will also be contained in the IMT toolbox for this season. SEWS may also be used in conjunction with issuing of emergency warning. Over the winter, a national review of fire danger ratings and warnings has been completed. As was the case in 2009-10, there are 4 levels of community warnings that will be available for use by incident management teams. They include advice, watch and act, emergency warning, and an all clear message. Bushfire information release templates have been developed that address the typical information requirements for various stages of all incidents. There are 4 levels of messages. Advice. Advice messages may be issued when a fire first starts and local media interest may be generating, or a fire is under control but local media interest is still active. After the issuing of an advice message, they should be reviewed within 4 hours, depending on other circumstances of the incident. Watch and act. Watch and act messages are issued when there is a heightened level of awareness by people and communities in proximity to a fire, or there is potential for direct impact should conditions change or escalate and/or within a given time frame. A watch and act message must be reviewed, depending on conditions, within 2 hours of the watch and act message being issued. An emergency warning message is issued when there is direct impact from a bushfire expected within 2 hours. An emergency warning must be reviewed, depending on conditions, within 30 minutes of the emergency warning being issued. All clear. All clear is issued when fire activity in the area has subsided. An all clear message must be reviewed, depending on conditions, within 4 hours of an all clear being issued.